Please be advised that the following podcast features fictional interviews between I and I celebrities. The content is intended for entertainment purposes only and should not be taken as factual. Any resemblance to real-life conversations or events is purely coincidental. We hope you enjoy the podcast.
Welcome to our podcast where we interview some of the coolest and most influential people in the world, and today, we have an extra special guest with us, none other than Nick Offerman.
That's right. Nick Offerman is an actor, comedian, writer, and woodworker. He's best known for his role as Ron Swanson on Parks and Recreation.
Let's give him a call.
Hello, who's calling?
Nick, we have to start with the obvious. If you could be any animal, which one would you be and why?
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here. That's a great question. I think I would be a bear because they get to hibernate for months and just sleep. Plus, they get to catch fish with their bare hands, which is pretty cool.
Speaking of fish, we heard that you're quite the fisherman. Can you tell us about your most unusual catch?
Oh man, I once caught a fish that was half fish and half duck. I'm not even kidding. It had a fish body but a duck head and webbed feet. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen, but it made for a great story.
Wow, that's insane. Okay, let's switch it up. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Let me think. I think I would choose the power of teleportation, like in that movie Jumper. It would be pretty amazing to just be able to go wherever I want, whenever I want.
Interesting choice. Alright, now for something completely different. If you were stranded on a deserted island and could only bring 3 things, what would they be?
Well, I would definitely bring a machete so I could cut down trees and build shelter. I would also bring a guitar so I could play music and keep myself entertained. And lastly, I would bring a bottle of Lagavulin scotch because, well, why not?
Sounds like you've got it all planned out. Alright, last question. If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why?
That's a tough one. I think I would choose George Washington. I would love to pick his brain about what it was like to be the first president of the United States.
That would be a fascinating conversation. Alright, before we wrap up, Nick, is there anything you'd like to promote or plug? Any upcoming projects?
Yes, I actually have a new show coming out on Amazon Prime called The Brise. A sci-fi thriller about a couple of agents who are investigating the fallout from an alien spacecraft that has crashed on Earth. It's really exciting and I'm looking forward to people seeing it.
That sounds amazing. We can't wait to check it out. Thank you so much for joining us today, Nick. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you. It was great to be here, and remember, always stay curious and embrace the weirdness. Life's too short to be boring.